we cannot complete this topic without talking about the sum of an arithmetic series. This expression, as we have it here, represents a general arithmetic series where the terms are added. A is the first term, A plus D is the second term, A plus 2D is the third term, and L minus D is the second to the last term, and finally L is the last term. Okay, so now let us look at finding an expression for the sum of the general AP. Okay, so for the sum we represent with the capital letter S, which is equal to the addition of the terms from the first to the last term. Then on the reversal, we can also have the sum being added from the last term back to the first term. Okay, so we have L plus bracket L minus D plus bracket L, that is the third to the last term, minus, that is L minus 2D. Okay, then plus up onto the second term, which is bracket A plus D, then the first term A. So now we are to add this series, these two series together. Okay, so we add it up. S plus S, we have 2S. Okay, A plus L, all right, we put out a bracket. Then again A plus L, we put out in bracket. D minus D, there's a plus here. Okay, D minus D, that cancel D out. All right, then A again plus L. Okay, then 2D minus 2D, cancel the 2D's out. So we add that up until we get to the last term, L plus A, which is the same thing as A plus L. Okay, minus D plus D, cancel the D's out. All right, then lastly L plus A, which is the same thing as A plus L. Okay, so now if you notice closely, you'll discover that the terms are all the same. Even if you check the terms in between these terms that are added up, we're still going to arrive at A plus L. Okay, so that shows that the number of terms multiplied by the first term plus the last term. Okay, so that is what this shows. Okay, so if we have, let's say, 10 terms, so we say 10 bracket A plus L. All right, so let us simplify further by dividing both sides of the equation by 2. So if we divide by 2, we have S equals N over 2 bracket A plus L. All right, so we can take this as the first formula or the first equation. All right, so what if in the case whereby we are not given value for L? Okay, what do we do? Since we know that N is the number of terms in the AP, okay, so however the nth term is equal to, the nth term is equal to A plus bracket N minus 1 bracket D. So we are now going to use this term to this expression for L in the first formula. So we have S equal N over 2 bracket A plus, this will represent L now, so we have A plus N minus 1 bracket D. Okay, so we can see like terms a, so we add that up, so we have n over 2 bracket 2a plus n minus 1 bracket d. So this is the second formula. So to find the sum of an AP, you either use this formula or you use this formula depending on the terms that you are being given in the question. Okay, so next is more examples. We're going to treat more examples using either of these formulas. So now let us take a look at this example. Find the sum of the first 30 terms of the AP 357. Okay, so now as given in the series, the first term is 3. Okay, then the common difference, which we can clearly see that for the second term 2 is added to the first term to get the second term, as well 2 is again added to the second term to get the third term. So the common difference is 2. So, and for n we are talking of just 30 terms. So now we go ahead to use the formula for finding the sum of terms of an AP, okay, which is we're going to use the second formula because we are not given the value for the last term. Okay, so remember this formula. All right, this is the formula we use when we are not given the last term. All right, so now we're going to substitute the values. For n we have 30, okay, over 2, then 2 times a, the first term, which is given as 3, okay, then n 30 minus 1, that is 29. 29 times d, the d is 2, that is a common difference. Okay, so now we continue to simplify. 2 in 30 is 15. Okay, 2 times 3 will give us 6, then plus 29 times 2, that will give us 58. All right, so now we have 15 times 6 plus 58, that will give us 64. All right, so now you can use the calculator to punch this in. 15 times 64, and that will give us 960. So this is the sum of the first 30 terms of this AP given series of terms.